Today we will learn about operating system. I welcome you all to this class. Here we are going to learn operating system, which is helpful for the students who are studying BSc, BCA, MSc, MCA, diploma and certificate courses in computer science subject. The flow of my class will be as follows. Initially we will learn about the definition for operating system, then types of operating system. First, let us know about what is an operating system. Assume that you have purchased a brand new smartphone. Suppose you have not inserted SIM into it. Can you get incoming and outgoing calls? No, it is not possible. In the same way, even in laptops and desktop computers, if you have purchased a new highly configured system, and even if you know how to use the system, suppose you have not installed operating system to the computer, means you can't use it. So here the user will be available, the system will be available, but still the system will not be used by the user and it becomes a dummy system. This is because the computer is not installed with operating system. So if you install operating system in the computer, then when you switch on the system, automatically it will boot and the user can work with it. So what is an operating system? Operating system is an interface between the user and the system. Without operating system, we cannot use the system even though the user knows very much about the system. Operating system acts as an interface between user and the system. Before going in depth to operating system, let us learn about hardware and software. What is an hardware and software? So you know, hardware is the thing that we can see, we can feel, we can touch. So the physical parts of computer like CPU, monitor, keyboard, mouse, they are all called hardware. Then what is a software? Software is nothing but collection of programs. Program is nothing but set of instructions. So we will be giving commands to the computer. See, computer, it doesn't know anything by itself. We are the users, we make the computer know about something, process it and give the output. So program is a set of instructions. What type of instructions we can give to computer? So we give instructions to computer in high level language, machine level language and also in assembly language. Where this operating system comes? Operating system, it is a software which handles the computer hardware. Let me give a brief introduction to different levels of programming languages. So we have low level language or machine level language, then assembly level language and high level languages. In machine level language, we write the programs or the instructions using zeros and ones. So what the computer knows? It knows only zeros and ones. Hence, low level language is also called machine level language. Here the instructions are written using zeros, ones. Next, for the user to make the writing of program easy, we have made assembly level language where we use mnemonics or pseudocodes. So here we group zeros and ones and we name it as pseudocode, and for add we write a different pattern of zeros and ones. For move instruction we write different pattern of zeros and ones. For subtraction we use the code sub and the combination of zeros and ones will be different, and add, sub, move, they are called mnemonics. Using mnemonics, if we write the instructions, it is assembly language program. Next level is high level language. Again, to make the user feel free to write the programs in a language which is nearer to English statement, we have different high level language programs. Here comes C, C++, Pascal, Basic, COBOL, Fortran, all those things, Java. They are all called high-level languages. Operating system is the only program which will run throughout the time, from the time of switching on of the system till you switch off the system, and it is a system software. And all other programs, they are the application programs, they will be initiated whenever they are required, like word processing software, MS Office, or your web browser, they are all initiated when they are required. So operating system is usually called kernel, running throughout the time. Now we will divide the computer system into 4 components. When we are viewing in terms of operating system, we will divide the computer system into the 4 components like computer hardware, operating system, application programs, and the user. Here, the work of operating system is to manage the resources. So now what are the resources available in the computer? They are nothing but CPU time, memory space, I/O devices. So they are all the computer hardware. Operating system will manage these hardware and it will make the user to use the hardware conveniently. As I said, the types of operating systems are batch operating system, time sharing operating system, network operating system, distributed operating system, and real-time operating system. Now let us study what is batch operating system. I think this generation students, they are unaware of what is batch operating system. They have not seen the batch operating system. In the beginning, when the computers were invented, batch operating system was in action. So here the computer used to occupy voluminous room, and for input and output purpose, tape drives, card readers were used. For storage purpose, punch cards were used. And also for taking the hard copy of the printout, we used to have line printers. So line printers were the fastest printers. They will print one line at a time. And in this type of operating system, user had no direct interaction with the system. So there was no interaction between user and the system. Then who was the person who executing the program? The person who was executing is called the operator. And all the works, they are grouped into batches. So a user will come, he will have some task to do, another user will come, he will have some other task to do. So all these tasks, they were grouped into batches which will perform the same task. So the job of operator was to find out what are the jobs which are similar, then make it a batch, and that will be given as input in a single batch. And after giving the batch as a single input, even the operator will not interact with the system during the execution. Now let us know about what are the advantages and disadvantages of batch operating system. It's very difficult for a person or a user to guess how much time a job or a task will take to complete. Even the processor, it will know the time only when the jobs are in queue. But once the execution starts, even the processor will be unaware of the time of completion of the job. So here multi-users are sharing the batch system. And here the main advantage is the idle time of the system is very less, since it will be engaged in the processing of more programs which are grouped into a single batch. And also it is very easy to manage large work repeatedly in the batch system. So now let us come to disadvantages of batch operating system. Here the computer operator should be well known with the batch systems. He should know how the execution goes, and he has to monitor the system. Once one job is completed, he has to move another job for the execution. And here, to debug the error, it's very hard, and also it's very costly. Once, if there is any error occurs in the system, then the other jobs which are in the queue, they have to wait for long time. So their waiting time will be more, and starvation occurs in the system. And also, as I said, the user will not interact with the system directly, so that is also the drawback in the batch operating system. Examples of batch operating system are payroll system, bank statement, taking the statement of your account in the bank and taking employee's salary statement. They are the examples for batch operating system. Next, time sharing operating system. See, as the name itself indicates, here the operating system will share the CPU time. So here each task will be given certain quantum of CPU time, during which time the task has to complete its job, and if the task is not completed within that time, till then, even though the task is not completed, the CPU will not wait till the task completes its job. It will be taken over from that task, and CPU will be given to another task which is in the queue. So since CPU time will be shared by more than one task, it is called time sharing operating system. So here the quantum of time will be defined as either nanoseconds or in terms of microseconds. So it depends on how we are defining a quantum of time. In uniprocessor system, see, when we say uniprocessor system means it will be a system with single processor. So as we are telling that since it has a single processor, the same CPU will be shared by more than one job. So all jobs are made to share CPU time equally. So equal importance will be given for all the jobs. These time sharing operating systems are also known as multitasking systems. So why the name multitasking is, in a single system, more than one task will be performed at a time. So for example, take your smartphone. Say you are browsing some information using your Google Chrome or any browser. At the same time, you can also do call to your friend. So here how many tasks are going on in your phone? Two tasks. One is browsing task and another one is calling to a friend. And at the same time, say you have another app called WhatsApp. Okay. In the WhatsApp, you can also search for some messages which are sent by your friend or by some family members. So there you are doing 3 tasks at a time. In the same way, in computer also, we will be doing more than one task at a time. So it is multitasking system. Now let us define what is a single user system, multi-user system. What is meant by single user? As the name itself indicates, one system will be shared by a single user. So only one user will use a system at a time. So for that we can give standalone systems as an example. What is meant by multi-user system? As the name itself indicates, one CPU will be shared by more than one user. So example for multi-user system is your Unix operating system. Example for single user system is DOS operating system. So next type of operating system is distributed operating system. These types of operating systems are the recent advancement in the world of computer technology. Okay, so they are widely accepted all over the world, and it is at a great pace of change in the world. So here also we have two classifications: loosely coupled distributed operating system and tightly coupled distributed operating system. If various independent autonomous computer systems are interconnected in a network, then it is loosely coupled operating system. Why it is loosely coupled is, when we are connecting independent systems, individual system will have its own CPU, so CPU and memory will not be shared in the distributed operating system. So another phase of this is tightly coupled distributed system, wherein the systems which do not have their own CPU and memory, they are made to be connected in a network, and that is tightly coupled operating system. Advantages of distributed operating system. See, suppose in the network, if one system failures, it will not affect other systems. Why? Means each system is an independent system which has its own CPU as well as memory. So failure of one will not affect other systems in the network. It is the main advantage of distributed operating system. And also that sending electronic mail within this distributed operating system, it will increase the data exchange speed. Since resources are being shared, computation is very fast and also durable. Load on a particular computer will be reduced as the tasks are distributed within the network, and systems are easily scalable as many systems can be added easily to the network. Suppose you have built a distributed operating system. To this additional system, if you want to add, you can add it easily without extra effort. And delay in data processing will be reduced. Disadvantages of distributed operating system. Here, if there is any failure in the main network, it will stop the entire communication. And also, the language that is used for establishing distributed operating system is not well defined yet. And these type of systems are not readily available as they are very expensive. Not only that, the underlying software is highly complex and not understood well yet. An example for distributed operating system is locus. The next type of operating system is network operating system. These systems, they run on a server and they provide the capability to manage data, to manage users, groups, security, applications and other networking functions. So here the concept is, there will be a server and many clients. So these clients, they will be sharing the server space, the resource server. These types of operating systems, they allow sharing and also access to files of other clients, printers, security, applications and other networking functions. So it is a private network. Example for this is LAN network, wherein the users will be within a room space and they will share a common printer, and files of one user will be shared by another user. One more important aspect of network operating system is that all the users, they will be well aware of their underlying configuration, and who are all the users in the network, that will be known by all the users, and they will be knowing their individual connections and so on. So the other name for network operating system is tightly coupled system. Advantages of network operating system. See, here there will be a single server, so we will have highly stable centralized one which is shared among the clients. And related to security concern also, we have very high secured server, so our firewall and all installed in the server, so it will take care of any malwares which are going to enter the clients. Now technologies and hardware upgradation are easily integrated into the system. Server access is possible remotely from different locations and from different types of systems, meaning the server need not be in the same place where the clients are. The clients may be in some other room, server may be in some other distance, but logically they are connected together. Now disadvantages of network operating system. So here the servers are very costly. So based on price we have some disadvantage. And user has to depend on a central location for most operations. Maintenance and upgradation, they are required regularly. So regularly we have to upgrade the server, we have to maintain the server. So that is the disadvantage. Example for network operating system are MS Windows Server, Windows NT, MS Windows Server 2008, Unix, and the versions of Unix are Linux, then Mac operating system, Novel Netware, they are all network operating system. So the next type of operating system is real-time operating system. These type of operating systems, they serve real-time systems, meaning along with other inputs, they take time as another parameter. And again, the time interval required to process, to respond to inputs will be very small. And this time interval that is taken to process the input, respond to the inputs is called response time. These real-time systems, they are used in missile system, traffic control system, robots. So in the systems where time is required as another input parameter. Again, in real-time operating system, we have two types. One is hard real-time and another one is soft real-time. First go to hard real-time system. So these operating systems, they are meant for applications where the constraints are very strict and even the shortest delay in the time is not acceptable. So we want accurate time input. So in that system we have hard real-time system. They are built for saving lives like automatic parachutes or airbags. So they come under hard real-time systems. Soft real-time systems, these operating systems are for applications where time constraint is not that much strict like hard real-time system. So it is very less time constraint. Here, since the time constraint is very less, we will get more response time. The response time will be higher compared to hard real-time system. And also the safety is not that much critical. In such applications, we use soft real-time systems. Dear students, with this, we have come to the end of the chapter. I hope you all have understood what is an operating system, what are the types of operating systems, and their advantages and disadvantages.